At the corner of Maple and Third stood Grayson's Market, a charming neighborhood grocery store known for its fresh produce and old-school customer service. But recently, under new management, things had begun to change. The staff was younger, the music louder, and the patience thinner. On a quiet Wednesday afternoon, the automatic doors slid open and 82-year-old Harold Grayson shuffled in, a canvas tote swinging from his shoulder and a neatly folded stack of coupons in his wrinkled hand. He moved slowly, nodding politely to each passerby as he made his way down the aisles. He had lived in this town for 60 years and remembered when the market was just a produce stand. He clipped coupons meticulously, not out of desperation, but out of habit and pride. He had grown up in lean times, and saving mattered. As he approached the checkout counter with a loaf of bread, some soup, and 2 boxes of cereal, the young cashier barely looked up from his phone. "Good afternoon, young man," Harold greeted with a gentle smile. The cashier, a lanky teenager with dyed blue hair and earbuds in one ear, replied, "Yeah, sure." Harold carefully unfolded his coupons and placed them on the counter. The cashier scanned the items, then snorted as he picked up the coupons. "You seriously still use these? Half of them are from, like, last year." Harold chuckled politely. "Oh, I didn't realize. Feel free to skip the expired ones." The cashier rolled his eyes. "This isn't a flea market, old man. If you can't afford groceries, maybe you shouldn't be buying name brands." Harold's face fell slightly, but he didn't respond. He simply reached for his wallet, visibly flustered. "Forget it," the cashier muttered. "I'll just scan what works and throw the rest out. It's not like this place is a charity." At that moment, a deep voice rang out from the other side of the store. "Actually, this place was founded on charity." The cashier looked up, confused. A tall man in his late 30s strode over, wearing a pressed button-down shirt embroidered with the name Leo Grayson, owner. His tone was calm, but his eyes were sharp. "Leo?" Harold said, surprised. Leo's expression softened as he stepped behind the counter. "Hey, Dad. Didn't know you were coming in today." The cashier's face turned ghost white. "Wait, Dad?" "Yes," Leo said firmly. "The man you just mocked built this place with his bare hands. He used to carry crates of apples on his back when this was just a roadside stand." Leo turned to the now silent customers in line. "My father gave this community jobs, credit, and dignity, long before coupon codes and self-checkouts." The cashier opened his mouth, but Leo held up a hand. "No excuses. You don't talk down to people, especially not here. Take your break. I'll handle this register." The young man slinked away, red-faced. Leo turned to his father. "You all right, Dad?" Harold smiled, still a bit shaken. "Didn't expect to be called old man today." "You'll always be Mr. Grayson to me," Leo said warmly. He finished the transaction, applying every valid coupon and tossing in a few extra items for free. As Harold walked out, several customers clapped quietly, nodding in respect. One young woman whispered, "He's the reason my mom had groceries during the strike." Leo stood tall behind the register. "Let that be a reminder. At Grayson's Market, every customer matters, especially the ones who paved the way for the rest of us." The incident sparked a quiet revolution. Leo reintroduced Legacy Thursdays, offering discounts for seniors and personalized service. He hosted story-sharing events where longtime customers could talk about the store's early days. And the cashier? He apologized publicly to Mr. Grayson and enrolled in a local history course to learn not just about the store, but about the people who built it. Weeks later, a new sign hung above the checkout counter. "Respect built this market, and it still runs on it." David added, "We pay our dues. We attend meetings. But we're the only Black family on our street, and we've received more citations than all our neighbors combined." Judge Caldwell looked directly at the HOA lawyer. "Can you provide documentation showing similar enforcement efforts with other homes?" The attorney fumbled. "Well, we don't usually document non-issues." "So your enforcement is subjective?" she asked. By the end of the hearing, it was clear. Judge Caldwell ruled that the HOA's actions were discriminatory and retaliatory. She voided the lien, ordered the HOA to remove all citations, and mandated diversity training for the board. Her final statement echoed through the courtroom. HOAs were created to build community, not to weaponize regulations against those who look different. Outside, cameras flashed. The story had drawn attention, and soon the Williams family became a symbol of standing up against racial bias hiding behind policy. Later that evening, at a quiet family gathering, Tasha hugged Simone tightly. "You didn't take our side," she said softly. "You took justice's side." Simone smiled. "And I'll do it every single time."